I'm bringing you a new set from my solo bass catalog, all written for specifically for solo bass guitar, nothing else. There may be elements of the phrasing that end up in regular songs, especially in diatonic mode, but you know, it's just basically been a backburnered, kind of like with some of my original stuff, because I've been focusing on a lot of cover songs lately. But this is some stuff that's been on backlog that I wrote a while ago. So got my killer American P bass out, all set up with overdrive and everything, just going direct into the PA. I really don't need to even use amplifiers with my PA. It sounds excellent in here. So I've been experimenting with that a bit lately. Don't need to be at high volume levels in here or anything like that. And so that's about it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm August Theory, also Chuck the bass player, and people who know me in real life know me as Chuck. How about that? Yes, my real name is Charles, but nobody ever calls me Charles. So, professional musician from Northern Vermont, and originally from Southern Vermont. 3 national awards won, over 4,500 shows performed with various cover bands around the tri-state area, Vermont, Massachusetts, and New York circuits, and 10 pro albums. And I am working on a new, I just released Terrestrial Hearts, that's my guitar and vocal work acoustic version, the other day, last week, whatever it was, but you can check that out on my Reels folder on this platform. This will probably get conversion reshared. Well, definitely going to get conversion reshared, shared over to my YouTube channel, Hard Rock Vermont, for those of you who prefer that platform. And let's see, working on a show in Stowe coming up here, and that will be with Durazo, and doing another show, great show with him, done some phenomenal shows with him this year. He's going to get back to me on that. He's putting that together. That's his show. I'll just be joining him, of course, bringing my bass guitar skills to the stage once again. Also, you know, catch me with NRP coming up next month, and Nate Machow, David Cassidy, possibly Ed Burgess. For those phenomenal frontmen that I play with in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. And that, again, will be me on bass guitar. I may bring my acoustic and do some of my acoustic show stuff there, but, you know, everybody wants my bass yummies. So, all right, so I'm all set to go here. I got the E-drummer. Welcome, everybody. And we'll get started, all right? So I'm just going to check my POV. Looks like we're pretty good here. Make sure nothing's, like, cockeyed or weird. It looks like it's lined up pretty good here. I turned the AC off. It's actually not too hot in here yet, so because we're about 10:23 a.m. here on a Thursday. This is actually being filmed live. Got my Alesis SR16 that I've been using for years, and I've had a few points of criticism on the Alesis in using an E-drummer. Well, you gotta do stuff that's more secular, have a real drummer, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's really just to keep my timing and tempo. It's not to put on a drum show here. I can go in and do more intricate beats and stuff, but it's very time consuming. Along with my regular stuff that I'm doing on bass and guitar work, I just would rather just hit play on some presets. I do have some program stuff in here. Is there somebody going by? Oh yeah, okay. We have the oh my God, we have an entire family riding by on a lawnmower to go down to the swamp. You can hear it. There's a whole family in a lawnmower out here. You know you live in Redneckville when there's an entire family riding by on a lawnmower. I love it though. Oh God. They're not hurting nothing. They're just going down to the lake. I live on a lakefront property here. It's been owned by my family for 25 plus years. I did live on a farm for 10 years. Not that any of you really care. But my farm life ended when my wife passed away and my father-in-law, so that life is done, even though I still go there for deer hunting and do a little wood cutting here and there. You'll see me run my saw sometimes, but you know, the saw will always be part of my life. I've been a timber faller since God, decades, you know, so it's not like I'm not in demand just because the farm work isn't there like it used to be. But anyways, that's a different part of my life. This is music, and we are going. Let's see, we're going live here. I've got everything. I'm just making sure I got everything all good without using vocals. This is instrumental. Prog rock and hard rock, bass, and metal. So, you know, it's instrumental. I don't have to worry about vocals today. I've been doing so much singing lately, I'm not going to worry about it. I love instrumental music as well, so I'm just going to do one last check. Looks like we're good to go. And then we're just going to hit it and not forget it. Well, hopefully I don't forget it, because I'm going to hit it anyway. All right, here we go. So I already did sound check and all that ahead of time, so I don't have to waste all your time with you watching me. That seems a little bit loud, so. Take a little of the punch away, because I don't need much decibels in here to project out to my new cam. Is phenomenal, by the way, my Ultra cam. It goes up to 60 HD Ultra. I'm running it in 30 mode, which is a little less. It doesn't take up as much memory and space, but it's still really good. And it's kind of that midpoint, you know. I'm not going top quality, which takes up ridiculous amount of memory. Not that I'm using that on live. This is internet based, but you know what I'm saying. 30 HD seems to work just fine. All right, so I have an entire set of instrumental bass. Let's get it going. Once again, I know I've just said that like 2 times now, so let's do it. pipe and smoke it. Cyberland. Alright, let's see what my other sequence is here. So as you can see, anybody who's watched my past workshops or any of that kind of stuff at all with my content can see, you know, my concepts come to fruition really more in the instrumental based pieces like this, because honestly it's too busy when I'm playing out with performers live. I tend to get a little busy sometimes. They seem to like it most of the time. But you know, I have jazz roots, you know, big time. I mean, jazz roots, prog rock root, you know, culmination melting pot thing, you know. But really I'm blazing my own trail, and I don't want to say I'm creating my own style, but I do have my own style of playing, which I have to give credit to my roots for creating me to begin with, right? So yeah, pretty much, you know, that's where I'm at as a player, and it's pretty much where I'll always be. You know, I'll always be advancing and learning and improving my skills, whether I'm on guitar or bass. You know, bass is my #1 instrument, always has been, always will be. Of course, I'm more in demand as a bass player. My guitar work is really culminating into a professional act, but it's something that I'm doing as an acoustic show so that I can book local shows with it and provide music for a variety of environments. And that's why I'm just doing mostly cover song classics with that. And I have no idea, it's going to take a while to get that up and running. I'm doing some short sets with it out live, just kind of what I call test fire sets out live on stage in front of people with my Taylor acoustic, my Killer USA Taylor, which is phenomenal acoustic guitar. So that's about it. This isn't Storytellers, so let's get on with the show, shall we? We shall. My Alesis is like 20 plus years old. So I spray it with tuner cleaner, but it still gets a little crackly in the main volume dial sometimes. All right, let's get on to the right. I gotta actually see what I'm doing here. There we go. There we go. There's the right sequence for this piece. Next piece. bass player. Thanks for joining me for another original hard rock solo bass set. Until we meet again, keep an eye on my timeline for all of my live shows out with other performers, as well as my own show getting out there. And thank you all. We'll catch you all on the next one.